Well, we're a little late for a Monday morning. It's already 6:40 and we're just pulling out of the driveway. It's Monday. We gonna make it, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, what choice do we have, right? We're all a little worried this morning. Our cat Tux doesn't seem to be feeling too well, so I may need to try to get him into the vet later today. We're worried about him. I'm getting out to take care of an emergency cat footprint on the windshield. Yeah, I don't think Dawn saw those this morning. So today's song of the day to sing in your head while you're at school is?
Footloose.
Footloose. Everybody cut footloose. Have a good day, guys. I love you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. All right, well, I called the vet and they don't have any appointments today, but they're gonna work him in. I'm gonna go home, put Tux in his crate and take him up there, drop him off, and then when they're done looking at him, they'll call me. So that works. I'm a little too worried about his lethargic behavior to let it go another day. Sometimes I think with kitties, you just get into more trouble that way. So I pressed the button to close the mirrors this morning and the driver's side mirror closed. The passenger side still did not. And I went into the house and the car locked up and the driver's side mirror closed and the passenger side did not. And now, of course, the car knows I'm here. But so the reset button, it did kind of work for the driver's side. Here's my poor Tuxie boy. He's over there underneath the bench. I'm gonna go load him up. Breaks my heart that my little boy's sick, but we'll get him all taken care of. I don't remember what I did or didn't say, but Tux and Panther got into a fight on Saturday morning. All Tux's fault, by the way, not Panther's. And, you know, I've been watching to see for signs of anything being wrong, which I thought there wasn't, but now there is. This is my olive osmanthus tree. Pretty enough to look at, but not stunning. However, it smells so wonderful. Those little tiny white flowers. Oh, just delightful to scent in the yard today. Yep, I've been coming here for years. Just wish it was only for a checkup today instead of somebody being sick. All right, my frequent offender is dropped off at the vet. They'll take good care of him over there, I'm sure. I did, when I loaded him up in the crate, think that I saw a spot near his right eye that was puffy and had some fluid in it. So that's probably where the infection is. So hopefully they'll load him up with some antibiotics, make sure he's not dehydrated, and send him back home. And we'll be good until the next time they decide to fight again. Bummer. Well, the guys are here with the new refrigerator. This crew decided to leave the truck way out at the street. Don's out there talking to them. I've got our refrigerator emptied. So hopefully this will be smooth and not take forever. No word on Tux yet, and it's 10:40 a.m. But they're not overdue to call me back, but hopefully I'll hear something about how he's doing soon. Yeah, I know. Since Midnight and Mittens are not allowed outside, haven't been outside since they were 8 weeks old, I've put them here in the bathroom with their little beds so they can wait out the delivery. They'll be fine. They've got each other, right?
all my time polishing on Ruby, you're going to spend even more time polishing on the fridge.
Oh no, Donnie says it shows fingerprints really bad on the chrome.
Yeah, the stainless steel, not so bad. But the chrome,
the little handle part,
the little handle, which is where everybody touches, shows it really well.
Oh no. All right, well, I've taken the first pass at loading stuff into the new refrigerator. The freezer's down here on the lower left. Everything else is configured currently for a refrigerator. I got 3 things that are different that I'm gonna have to get used to. One is I have a lot of wide, tall things in the door, and there's a lot of door space, but it's not very wide, even down here. And then of course you want your drinks and stuff here, so you don't want condiments so much. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I'm used to leaving my frozen drink mix down here in the bottom, and I can't fit my blender upright in the freezer anymore. It's okay, we can put it in the garage freezer, so we got to bypass for that. Now let's see, what was the third thing? And the third thing is up on top, there's like stuff here. It's not just totally flat, and we're used to putting stuff up top, and we can still put it up there so it's not a showstopper, but we've got to be careful about where we put it so it's level, so we got to push it back a little farther. But there's a lot of space. I'm really loving all of the area I have for produce there on the right, and then if I need it up here, I suppose. And you know, it's really nice. I can open and see everything, and it's nice and bright. We got a working ice maker again, and this handy little showcase area where you can come and get your drink, and you just open it up to the door. That's pretty cool. So it's cooling down. It's working on it. And yep, we're good to go.
All right, well, I'm headed to get Tux. The vet doesn't seem to think there's anything too seriously wrong with him. He didn't need fluids, so that's a good sign, right? So he's got an antibiotic and Flagyl for stomach upset, and a probiotic, and let's see, oh, and he had some prednisone too. So he's got this swelling above this eye, and she's hoping it'll go down in 2 to 3 days, and then he'll be feeling better. So fingers crossed. I think he will. He's had a fight before, not felt too good, had an antibiotic, and then in a couple of days he's been much better. So I'm sure he'll be back to his double stuffed Oreo self in no time. Hey Tux, you ready to go home? I missed you. Yes, I missed you. Well, Tux is home and settled. He seemed to be doing better. He didn't act upset. I had taken him to the vet. You know, he has that easygoing attitude. Such a good boy, except for when it comes to Panther. So he ate a little bit, and I got a plan to give him his medicine, and you know, I'm hopeful he's going to be settled down, and that he'll be there resting when the boys and I drive up in a little bit. He meowed at me like he always does, which he hadn't. So I've got the boys, and seems like they've had a good day at school. We're about halfway home now. I was telling them that Tux was doing better. They were worried about him this morning when they left for school, and are relieved now that to hear that he's doing better. So I can't wait to get home, and hopefully he'll greet us in the driveway, and Joey will have to get out and move him.
Yep.
That's Joey's job. Joey knows his job. What you think, Johnny?
Whoa! It says here
Yeah?
that there's an inner case and a showcase.
Yes, what's that do? Did you figure it out?
This.
Is the showcase.
And then if you just pull, it's this.
Yep. And that's the inner case.
I guess you can do this.
You can, but I don't know why you would, but you can.
Oh,
So
wait,
it looks
wait, look. Look, it shows up.
What does?
Look. That wasn't there.
Yep. Yep. So it's cooling properly now. It's already down to what we have it set to, 37 and 0. Yep.
Whoa.
Pretty cool. And yes, I see children's fingerprints all over it already.
Making sure that goes properly.
Yep. It will. It alarms if it doesn't. You'll hear it eventually. I'm sure Joey will hear it first.
What?
Huh?
What do you want?
Whoa.
I said it alarms when you leave it open.
This one's the freezer. I already
Wow,
got
that's
it.
nice of you. Wow.
And this is the stuff that I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah, Tuck's getting some TLC before taekwondo. Looks like it went 107 miles today, and I've got 114 miles of range left, but I will be plugging in. So I had set an Alexa alarm to go off at 6:05 p.m. We start time of use shoulder period at 6 p.m. We'll go to off peak after 8 p.m., at least this time of year. And I had done a wash early this morning, but hadn't had time to dry it, and so I wanted to remind myself that it's not the best time to dry, but it's better than drying during peak. So I think it's like 10 cent, Donnie?
11 cents.
11 cent right now instead of 7. So, but that's better than 22. It's not too hard to change up just enough to stay in, you know, to help get the lowest rates. It only requires just a small amount of thought every once in a while. We're having this yummy roast chicken for dinner tonight.